We've been gone for a while, so we haven't had a chance to go through all of our division winners and all that. So that's what we're going to kick off here. See where everyone lays. The lay of the land, if you will. Eli, back me up on that.
I hate it. Take it back.
I take it back. So we're going to start with the NFC East. Eli, kick us off here. What do you got?
I feel like we're all in agreement in this. This might be the easiest division to predict. Eagles at 1. They're going to steamroll. Commanders at 2. Build off of that first season. I see Jay and Daniels playing as good as last season, if not taking another step. Do like Debo as another threat that they added. Terry signed. They're going to be nice. And then the Cowboys, yeah, I don't think they're deep enough. They don't have a good enough defense. They're going to crumble as they always do. And then the Giants, they might be a bit better from last season because of Russ, but I don't think they're going to be that much better. So they're at the basement.
I have the same exact order.
I have the exact same order as well. The only way I see Washington winning division over the Eagles is injuries to Hurts.
Even then,
yeah, they have a chance to still win it. Dallas, I almost want to put below the Giants, but offensively, we know what the Giants are going to be. Anyway, absolute sweep. So Eli, keep us rolling then with the NFC West.
I am starting off hot on a team that is up and coming. Some people are starting to take notice. They shifted a lot of things in the offseason. It's the Seahawks. Okay. Mike McDonald, what we saw last year was a big improvement in defense, right? Now they got a couple more guys. They drafted Zay Dable. I believe that's his name, Zay Dable. And he is going to be a legend on this team. He's already looked really solid in preseason. What Darnold did with the Vikings last year, came in first season with them. He dials in. He has an amazing season. People talk about him in the MVP conversations. You're not a if you can do that. And I know that they had a good system and people call him a product of the organization. I think he does have the talent. He's an upgrade from Geno, and we got the wide receiver weapons in Seattle. It's all looking up. The Rams are at 2. Old Stafford, who knows how much he has in the tank, but it's a stacked team nonetheless. And then 49ers, I just don't trust them as far as I can throw them anymore. McCaffrey will dice up his calves in week 2. There's no trust in those things. And then the Cardinals, what are they ever going to do? They're in the basement.
Joel, you first.
Okay, it's very different. I got the Niners winning the division.
Wow.
Okay. They re-signed Fred Warner. They lost an old Debo. And Kyle Juszczyk, while an incredible fullback, is one of like 5 fullbacks in the league. And I think you can replace that with Kyle Shanahan's offense. They still got McCaffrey. They got Brian Robinson now, who I do think is a pretty good running back. They run the ball like crazy. Still have Brandon Ayuk, Jawan Jennings. And it's still Kyle Shanahan. I think that's a pretty good offense. Got the Rams at 2 because they are still very good. Sean McVay is an incredible coach. And if Matt Stafford can stay healthy, they're pretty good. Jimmy G is their backup. I don't know about all that, but I do have the Rams at 2. Number 3, I got the Seahawks. I think Sam Darnold will take a step back on a new team. I don't think they're going to be bad by any means, but I think the 49ers and Rams are pretty good. The Cardinals, I wanted to put them higher. I just couldn't justify it. I do think Jonathan Gannon's defense is decent, and Kyler's fun, but no, they get there at 4.
Okay, the only thing we agree on, I guess, is the Cardinals in the basement. I think they're going the right direction, but that's not working for me still so far. I have little to no belief in Kyler. So we all have different division winners. I'm taking the Rams again.
Absolutely.
2 years in a row.
You
the
do.
Rams. Well, they proved me wrong. I'll keep riding with them. I was worried about Stafford's back injury. I still kind of am, to be honest, coming into the season, all that. No preseason snaps, okay. He's an older guy. I'm not too worried about him being rusty. They have a lot of weapons. They have Sean McVay. I'm not extremely worried at all. They have a great defense. I think this defense is going to be top 5 in the NFL. Seattle Seahawks at 2, Eli. I like what I'm seeing from the Seahawks. Talking about moving the right direction. McDonald, I like what he's doing. I like the defense. Sam Darnold comes in. I would not be a believer in him, but with Clint Kubiak at OC, I think they can win regular season games. So I think they could rack up 10 wins, and no one would really be surprised. If Kenneth Walker can stay healthy, I think he's in for the best season of his career with this new offense, this new zone run scheme that all the smartest coaches are running. That's what Shanahan runs, and that's like plug and play running backs. That offense could be deadly, and I don't like their receiving core so much. I do like JSN, but everyone else,
Cooper Kupp's good.
I'm a bit worried about Cooper, man. But
He'll be
I don't
fine.
I don't think he's washed, but I'm a bit worried about him. They have no tight end, so I don't like that at all. But the running game,
They do, actually. They do.
They don't.
Elijah Arroyo, they drafted him. He's going to be a stud.
Yeah, I have no faith in that. But
Okay.
you know what? I like the Seahawks, and they're making the playoffs for me. But in third, Joel, or the Niners, the only thing that people talk about with this team is, no, they're either making it the playoffs or winning the division because their schedule is so easy. I just don't buy that at all. I think we've seen Purdy without the weapons, and it's a complete disaster. Now, do I think they can be good offensively with a healthy McCaffrey? Obviously, because if that guy's upright, then you're good to go. But I think we're kind of glossing over their losses in the offseason. Debo, they lost a guard. Juszczyk is whatever to me, honestly. Javon Hargrave is a great player, D-tackle. Lost Leonard Floyd, Drake Greenlaw, Travarius Ward, Hufunga. Like, these are all studs. So it's like, to me, the defense is solid enough coming back to be the D coordinator. Is that enough to get this defense right? I don't think so. So to me, I think they could lose a lot of games. And before people look up, they're 4-3 or 3-4, and they're just like, they need to start racking together some wins if they're going to do anything. And people look at Purdy's passer rating last year, and they're like, oh, good. It's like, no, man. I remember the games. He was throwing interceptions at midfield down a field goal, or fumbling the ball, giving the game away in all sorts of different ways. They lost to a Rams team that only had Kyron Williams. Both receivers were down early in the season. Like, that just can't happen. And it's Purdy's fault. Like, it all goes back to him. I don't trust him. I think he's good, not special, and definitely not clutch. So Niners at 3, and like I said already, Cardinals at 4. So, Eli, NFC South.
I got the Falcons on top. I'm really liking them heading into the season. The few games we saw at the end of last season with Michael Penix under center, he's incredible. I mean, he was throwing touchdowns like no one's business. He looked natural. It didn't seem like there was a wake-up period. He just was injected into the lineup, and he was given beautiful passes to his receivers. I mean, London caught fire with him at the end of the season. So that offense is chugging along. And then also Bijan Robinson, man. Everyone's predicting him to have an even better season, his best one yet. Drafting first overall in fantasy. I don't know. I just think this team has so many good weapons. And they're going to propel him to first place. Next, I have the Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield, we know what he is at this point on the Buccaneers. They have so many weapons as well. Egbuka coming up as the wide receiver 2. You know what we're getting out of Mike Evans. That team is just stable. I love them. And then the Panthers are in 3. I think they take a step up from last year. Back half of the season, we finally saw Bryce Young do something. It was like we've been waiting for this breakout his whole career. Now he gives us that flash. So I think they're going to have a negative record still, but take a little step from last season. And last, the Saints. I mean, their quarterback might be the shittiest quarterback on the earth. I think we can say that pretty confidently. Spencer Rattler can't throw a dime piece. I'll tell you that much. And then they got that other Shro or some bullshit like that. And from the preseason play, I think he fumbled 10 times in one game. Some sort of record. So... yeah, and no Kubiak as the OC too, so consider that chalk to
I got the same thing.
What?
I think the Falcons are going to win the division. I really like them with Penix. He only started 6 games last year, but it was so different. I think Kyle Pitts is going to be involved this year. Still not going to touch him in the draft. Bucks second. They still got that offense, which I think is very good. And Godwin might be ready for week 1. I saw.
He won't play. The Panthers, I do think, are going to be better this year. Saints, I agree with you both at number 4. They're the worst team in football, I think. It's between them and the Colts, and I think the Colts are better than they are. Spencer Rattler and Tyler Shuck. Seen different pronunciations. Still don't know. That ain't happening. Panthers at 3. I do think they'll be better this year, but people have this unfounded optimism I find with them. I've seen some people putting them as the 2 seed in the division. No, not happening. Falcons at 2 and missing the playoffs for me. I did wrestle with it a little bit between those 2, but once I see offensive linemen going down for the Falcons, I was like, you know what? Why am I doing this? If you look at the 3 longest, most consecutive division winners in the NFL, Chiefs 1, Bills 2, Bucks 3. Baker got that thing rolling. And he had a fantastic year last year. Do I think he'll be as good as he was last year? No. He doesn't have to be. Egbuka, I love. Godwin will come back. Evans, I love. Hall of Famer. I still think they'll run the ball well. That was the kind of the key to unlocking that offense. So I'm not a huge Todd Bowles guy, but Bucks are my number one team there. I until someone dethrones the Bake Show, didn't think I would ever say that. Bucks are my number one team.
The 1 and 2 is so close there.
I looked at
It's kind of
Falcons'
a coin
schedule
flip.
too, and like I could see them going on a run late in the season.
Yeah.
I would say he was incredible at the end. Like you said, he's incredible, Penix.
He's incredible.
It was incredible.
I would say that. Check the box scores.
He's way better than Kirk, if that's what you mean.
And London was going off the whole season, not just with Penix, but
No, but his numbers boosted with Penix.
NFC North, Eli.
Let's start it off with the Lions. I think they're going to be a powerhouse this year, just like they were last year. We know what we're getting out of them. Packers at the number 2. I like Jordan Love a lot. I think he can read defenses really well, and he gets his guys locked in. Especially now, the wide receiver 1 is most likely going to be Golden, the rookie they drafted from last draft. So I think he's going to plug and play pretty nicely there. Josh Jacobs had an amazing season last season. I don't see him falling off. He's still relatively young, so I love that offense. Just a well-rounded team, well-coached. Fair to put him at 2. Vikings at 3. JJ McCarthy's rookie season. What's it going to be? There's lots of doubt in the air if he can perform.
Favorite pick around 1.
JJ McCarthy to the Vikings. Very smart of them to trade up. McCarthy's going to fit in nicely there. He's got a lot of weapons to throw to. I think it's going to be a good fit. He can throw the ball, he can escape the pocket well too. So he's been being compared to Patrick Mahomes. Is that good enough for you? Is it?
Is it? No.
Yeah. I've seen many comps.
Wait, so you think he's going to work? Do you think he's a sure thing at quarterback?
Yeah.
And Caleb Williams is a sure thing at quarterback.
Yeah.
What about Drake May?
Oh,
No.
No. So you're only picking 2.
you can't do that.
So you like Drake May more than Jane Daniels, but from what you're saying, you like JJ McCarthy more than Drake May.
I think they're like same tier. I think they all three have a lot of potential. Listen, this is the most stacked draft class we've seen in God knows how long, all right? So put your thinking cap on here, buddy. Do some critical thinking about this, because I think all quarterbacks, not all of them, but lots of them, this is going to be a very successful year when people look back on this draft class.
I think he does enough to get the Vikings ahead of the Bears, which is Caleb Williams' basement dwelling spot. I've been so high on the Bears in the past, and they've burned me every time. This year, they're in the basement. The Vikings are better than them. I just don't see them taking that step. I know they got Ben Johnson as the OC, but it honestly might be a Caleb Williams thing. It might be that, because he just doesn't have that fire on the field to me other quarterbacks do. It just doesn't seem like he cares enough when he's out there. His temper tantrums on the field, like I'm just not bought in. Call me crazy.
Joel?
I don't think you're crazy at all. So I have also the Lions winning. I have the same, because I almost put the Packers up there.
You guys made your list together. What's happening
It's
here?
not like they lost Ben Johnson's scheme. You know, they still have the same offensive scheme. It might not be Ben Johnson calling the plays, but I'm still confident in their offense. They promoted their QB coach, I believe, who was working with Ben Johnson. Oh, somebody's having a beer.
Oh, no.
Second, I got the Packers. It was hard for me to not put them 1, but the Lions have just been such a powerhouse in the past year. I do think they're going to continue doing that. I could make a case to put the Bears at 3, but at the same time, I'm kind of still considering Caleb Williams a rookie. And I'm not saying that because, like, oh, I'm giving him a second chance at being a rookie. I'm saying that because he's got a brand new head coach, and last year was just such bullshit that you can't even, like, count it as a year of NFL experience almost. So
Throw it away.
I'm not trusting JJ McCarthy at all, but I trust O'Connell a lot more than I trust this new duo of Caleb and Ben Johnson.
Vikings are in the tank for me. I don't like McCarthy right now at all. Like,
But O'Connell's a dog.
really good regular season coach, and I like their defense better than I like the Bears' defense. But I just think offensively the Bears are going to be far superior to them. Maybe not far superior. It's hard to say that when the team employs Justin Jefferson, but I do think the Bears will be better. I think they'll be sharper on offense. I share some trepidation about Caleb Williams. I don't like his body language, and even his own new head coach, Ben Johnson's called it out. I don't like what I've seen from him on the field so far. He takes way too many sacks. Did in preseason as well this year, which is just like, come on, man. I wish they had like some new stud running back. For me, that could put them over the edge. Swift, Roshan Johnson, that really doesn't do it for me.
No.
If they get that O-line right, which they really might have with the offseason moves they've done, that could be the game changer. But until then, Bears are 3 and Packers at 2. And I had Packers at 2 even before the Parsons trade, just because I love the direction of that team. Love last year, really bad though against winning teams. Didn't like that. But offensively, I like the receivers. Their mismatch of 2s. Is Matthew Golden a 1 now? We'll see. Jaden Reed threw a little temper tantrum, being like, "Oh, I better still be the 1 here," and it's like, "Were you even really the 1 before?" I guess, but all right.
Flashes.
What are we doing? He's more of a slot receiver too. Is the slot receiver really the 1? Not in my books. No offense, Lad McConkey. So it's like, I do like their weapons, but I'm a bit worried. That division is monstrous. And at number 1, the Lions. They've proven enough to me where until someone dethrones them, they should just be the clear 1. I am worried about missing both coordinators this year. I love everything that Campbell is saying. Reporters trying to get him to complain about their schedule. Doesn't bite, just goes, love it. Wouldn't change anything. It's like, okay. That's what I want to hear from the coach. Jared Goff, really good in the regular season. So postseason question marks aside, I still think he can win that division.